Okay, morning to all. My name is Arturs Filatovs, and I'm representing Latvian State Radio Television Center. Um, I'm head of cybersecurity business direction. Usually when everyone sees this picture, they think that most probably I will be more seen in TV. I will be more heard in radio. This is not true. I'm not even close to that. This is a little bit maybe the name is a little bit maybe old, but basically what we right now are focusing and what we are doing locally here in our state, we are more as a ICT company. So we have more than we have close to 30 data centers all over the Latvian area. We have main optical wiring, so to deliver high-speed internet and communications and last-mile communications into the regions where also your customers most probably are. And we are those who better maybe are remembered by this. We are e-signature developers, holders, and deliverers to you. Not only the e-signature as it was maybe before, but also e-identities, e-authentication, and all this. What is around that? A lot of fintech companies already use our solutions in this area to validate and to sign the documentations that you are sending to your customers. And so maybe some of you are not, so feel free to ask the questions later on after the presentation, so we can explain how you could also join this beautiful kind of wall. So today about the security. And first thing what we need kind of agree that all road to the digitalization right now leads through the cybersecurity gates, we could say like that, or the vision of the cybersecurity. Why is that? Because we are more and more going to the cloud, and we as local here as the Latvians, we are not anymore afraid about the services, about the cloud, but maybe 5 years ago we were. We are more focusing on developing new technologies, new applications. We are co-integrating our systems. We are using API gateways and so a lot of other kind of tools. And this is all based on the cloud computing and cloud technologies. But the same way also there is a lot of the challenges. And from those challenges, what we right now see, first the challenge is the time. Not only the time to develop and to deliver to the market secure kind of solution, but also time if something's happened with it. So the time is kind of crucial question. Also, if you are looking on the latest 21, 22 trends, then we see that in Europe, the time what we had if there was found some vulnerability in our system 2 years ago, around we could even spend a week or months till we are patching this. Right now, this is a couple of hours till the cyber criminals are using this vulnerability what was published and found maybe also in your organizations. Second point is vision. Are we seeing what we will be doing in the next 3 or 5 years? Are we able to predict that? Are we able to plan accordingly our cybersecurity policy today for the future needs? So we need to understand how we could better invest the kind of the small amount of maybe cybersecurity budgets what we have in taking in mind the future vision where our company will go. And of course the challenge is about the economy in general, not only the economical situation, also cyber kind of geopolitical situation right now with the war and so on. This is like a roller coaster. There's a lot of the challenges what we are facing, and also we as data center providers and some telco companies here, but later on also will be talking in a panel. This is quite challenging times. Also challenging times maybe for you as for the industry. So if we are looking on the Gartner's future sales report, we are seeing that more and more sales channels and communication between the your organizations and your customers will happen into the online channels. So meaning that Gartner predicts that something around 80% in 2025 will be only based in the channels of the sales in online. Mobile internet will take much bigger space in overall traffic. So already right now we have mobile devices more than toothbrushes in the world. It is that it is. So hygiene maybe is not so so important for us as device itself. But in 2025 we are talking about between 15 billion devices till trillion devices, depends on various various reports in the market. Also, cloud will take a more and more in kind of daily life in us, and also we will more focus also cybersecurity services into the cloud, what we see in those reports. But nevertheless, what is the situation here locally? So we would say it's kind of okay. Nothing dramatic happened. So we have a power, we have a heat. Yeah. So if you turn on the switch, the light will turn on. But still, we need to be prepared for what could happen and what is actually happening. And if we are looking previous 6 months in 2022, then we see that when the war started in February, and there were more activities based later on, not in the February itself, but somewhere in May and June. There are more activities towards our infrastructure. We see that misconfiguration and unique kind of misconfigured systems that are turned to wild world is increasingly growing more than 90% comparing to the time before. Bad codes in the systems that are publicly available and we are able to connect them also has grown by 10%. And we could also talk about the DDoS attacks, and they have grown dramatically forwards. Yeah? And we need to be prepared for that. So you as a fintech, your systems are always need to be online. You need to deliver fast transactions. You need to deliver fast and reliable service to your customers. And this is what you need to also kind of think out how you will be able to conquer with that. Maybe what services you could use from the market and so. And not only the situation is changing also in our local market, but also looking into the Europe and talking with our Europe colleagues. And North Europe kind of cybersecurity cluster colleagues and so on, who are more focusing maybe in Scandinavian market, we see that latest attacks and latest approach to the systems, there were very more to the 90%. They were very hard to say from where they get the access. And more than 60% of cases, we see that there is there were approach to pay to the criminals, the ransom they are asking. And right now Europe is tackling this very strong, and in next years Europe want to decrease the amount of payments to the ransom groups more to the 30%, and till 25 we would kind of plan that this will be close to the zero, that we are not paying to the ransom groups. And the same. Yep. I will share this in a few slides forward. Not always. Still, if you look in the future, the threat landscape is not changing so much from this year. Zero-day exploits is hot topic, and ransom is still a hot topic in this. This kind of time frame. And if you're looking also into the Estonian market close to us, then this year they had around seven ransomwares already. They calculated and more a little bit, and the middle of ransomware attacks that were purely affecting the companies were something around 1 till 2 per month. And the time what companies use it to get back from this attack was from couple of days till couple of weeks. Yeah, geopolitical situation what we could not affect, we are not able to affect, but we need to take this in mind. We need to understood what will be our customers, from where will they come in, what we will serve, what connections we will have, and so on and so on. Of course, hackers as the service is right now a hot topic, meaning that config groups and some other ransomware groups has split it a lot in various parts. and each of those trying to tackle new customers and deliver their services to attack you in a way as marketing themselves and doing some let's say classical business activities. And if we talk about that, if paying the ransomware is actually helping, then we could see that that recovery after the ransomware paying is not so big numbers. Yeah, and not always that we are doing this payment to the ransomware groups, we are getting back the data very fast and they are sending the right keys and so on. Cyber insurance maybe is one of the topics that we could use, but also we need to understand that right now insurance companies are using outsourced, let's say, white hacker groups to investigate your infrastructure to understand, are you ready and prepared for ransomware attacks? Are your plans in place? Are your team trained? And so on. And only then they could issue the insurance, and also the validation is quite the validation criteria right now is quite strict. So if you look on the dark web, this is index from 21, 22. What's happening in the dark web? So starting from 22, we see that the amount of sales of data, meaning that some kind of connection data to the VPN of your systems, the backdoors to your systems, and so on, zero-day vulnerabilities, and a lot of other stuff was increasingly going up, and it's still going up those latest months. The volume, the volume of different credit cards and access data, what the bad guys are selling in dark market is also going up. And if we are thinking, it's hard to read here, but anyways, if you are thinking that we are not talking also that in dark web is selling also Latvian kind of information, it is Latvian ID you can buy, Latvian national ID you can buy by something around, I believe, yeah, 150. Physical ID you can buy a little bit more expensive and so on. But still, you can the main right now sales is happening to the DDoS attacks and malware as a service. You can buy very good service, meaning that if you buy 3 attacks, the third attack is for free. If something is not working, you get full report. So if you do not like, you can call the help desk. They will help you to set up the attack forwards and so on and so on. DDoS attacks is also variated into the groups. There are basic attacks, there are medium attacks, premium attacks, and so on and so on. Yeah, so sponsoring the cyber criminals in terms of investing in them by paying the ransomware or purchasing this data from the dark webs, we are kind of giving them the resources, and they are using those resources quite similar as we are using when we have a new customers, when we have new incomes and so on. They're basically doing the same. They have a human resource channels in Telegram and so on. They are trying to kind of catch the new team members. They have a help desks, as I mentioned. You can call if the attack is not working. You can easily contact them, they also have teams who are working in incident prevention, meaning that if we want to kind of counterattack them, then they have a team that who will be securing their attacking systems. Yeah. And all this is kind of giving them a huge amount of potential money, and actually cybercrime market in 21 was 6 trillion USA dollars, and still it's growing forwards, and growing something around 15% per year. And what was interesting, I was visiting my colleagues in North Europe cybersecurity cluster, where we were talking and sharing information about what's happening in Danish markets, Scandinavian and Baltics and so on, and they are monitoring a lot of critical infrastructure kind of customers and seeing a lot of the attacks and incidents and so on, and also ransomware payments in this, and they do one of the analyze, I believe, something around 4 years in a row, meaning how much we are investing in cyber protection, and how much this creates us payments to the cyber criminals, and basically the investment from our cyber protection, what we could say is €1 for cyber protection, cyber criminals gets €8 out from us, so it's 1 to 8. And if you are looking on overall overall cybersecurity market, and there is different statistics about the cybersecurity market size and so on, then we could see that it's kind of close to those numbers. Someone predicts the cybersecurity market is 4 billions, trillions. Someone predicts that cybersecurity protection market is a little bit more and less, but we see that cyber criminals are getting more than we in protection area. What is good that percentage from what we are spending from to the percentage from IT budget to what we are spending for cyber protection is growing year by year. This is good. We need to still keep this moving forwards, and I believe NIS2 standard will also what Europe is right now pushing forwards will also increase your cybersecurity spendings, and this is good from the good perspective, that we will be more secured, we will be more process oriented in that, and this will help to us. And then there is always question: if you are spending more, and we are spending more investments into the cybersecurity, are we not going to the another direction, that there will be too much security? Yeah, and too much security is the same bad as basically non-security. Yeah. So we need to find a balance between that. So we need to always know where is our crown jewels. So we need to investigate that. We need to be more proactive, and we need to be understood what is our attack surface before it could be used against us. So basically, at the end, we want something unique, yeah, something combined, something that could work for our business development in the future, developing our new business processes and so on, as I mentioned, 3-5 years forwards. And something that could help us today and be more dynamic and adaptive for our users. So we are not cutting the walls or putting too much strong walls that maybe affect our business development. In the same way, we are not putting too less walls what could maybe make a harm for that. So how to get to the service dog? How to get to the combined approach? So we need to go from this low security priority to the higher security priority, and this is not only as you know, security teams need to do that in our organization. This is overall, starting from the business management, ending from with a simple user as the administrator of the office or secretary or whatever. Yeah, so we need to all kind of change this approach. We need to stop fighting between management and IT. We need to work together. Yeah. We also need to prepare ourselves for NIS2 standard, and this will also affect fintech sector too. And you will have also some fintech standards that Europe also are pushing forwards in the next kind of years, where you will be a little bit regulated from cybersecurity space. But also, if you're talking about the standards, we always need to understand the standards are a year behind. So when the standards are published, already the situation is changed. And actually we need to protect from a little bit, and we need to use a little bit different approaches for protection. Also, one more thing is that we need to understand that buying new tools or expensive tools to protect ourselves is not always the right answer. The tool itself, it could be very great, it could help you, but if you will not have the tool manage it, no, it will not make an effect. Most probably you all know that you could put a very strong window protection, you could put strong metallic doors, but if the key will be under kind of foot rug, everyone could open the door itself. Yeah, the same is, we could translate this to the passwords. If you buy a new system, it is very protected. The data is encrypted there. Everything is secured. The user is secure. But if the password will be QWERTY, all the security is not there. So what to do? I would more suggest that in critical areas where we see that we need a lot of manpower to manage those systems and so on, we could outsource that, and do not be afraid from the managed security services. Yeah, this is very good approach to focus on the needs what you need right now in developing the business, in developing IT systems, in securing the locally. But if we talk about clouds, data centers, widespread connections, and so on, we could outsource the security there. And this is very good approach. Not always it's needed, but this is very good approach how we could get more manpower from the experts to whom we are outsourcing that. Yeah? And also the aspect of the digitalization and me going to the phase of digital transformation, we need to think also about the transformation of our security processes. So what we could improve, what we could do better, how we could do this better, and so on and so on. And that's why, if your organization is going that phase, and if you are maybe inviting some outsourcing partners to help you with digitalization or digital transformation, I would suggest you that you also be part of of the team who is talking about that if you are from the security part. And one more very important thing, if you are talking about how to get back from the ransomware, the backups. Yeah, we need to do the backups. We need to do the backups. Cert is telling that. Also in a panel, you will hear more today about this story more. But not only doing those backups, but also testing them. This is quite important. And we have saw a lot of the situations that the backups are done. They are even done very, very correctly in a different area, in fully isolated networks and so on and so on. But they are never tested. And when the situation comes and you need to put the backup up, we see that it's not working correctly. It's not even putting maybe all the data back and so on. There is problems, there is delays, and a lot of other things. So you need to test this. So basically, all those plans that you have written on the paper regards the incident management and what will happen when the incident comes, you need to test in the real life, not only in the tabletop discussions, but actually do the real test and see what's happening. A little bit about us at the end. We increasingly right now focus on the cybersecurity services, delivering this to our government critical infrastructure. But we are also delivering services to the private sector, like data centers, like broadcasting. If you are from the broadcasting kind of area, if you want to create your own radio station, we could actually help. We are delivering also infrastructure services for the private sector. We could rent you fibers if you are ISP or telco provider and so on and so on. So we are not only focusing on the government, we are also working for the private sector. The same authentication, signatures, and all the rest. This is meant for everyone. So if you see that there is some kind of connections what maybe for your systems are needed, you could always contact also to us. Well, for today, I believe this is it. We with my colleague be here till end. So if you have some kind of additional questions or you want one-to-one private meeting, feel free. What I want to maybe highlight for the upcoming panel, don't be afraid to ask the questions. There are no stupid questions. If you do not know something about the security, ask today. There will be very good specialists here sitting, and I think that if you create a dialogue, this will be much better than just the guys are talking here between themselves. Yeah, thank you.